Hello everyone and welcome to another New World video. My name is Brian if you happen to be new around here, but in today's guide I want to walk you through how to farm up 2 of the Season 4 artifacts here in Season 5, and those are the winged leather shoes and the Quickdraw gloves. Both of these artifacts drop in the Elysian Wilds, and you can see here their icons on this screen with the Dance of the Fireflies and Moonflower Flow. Now, these are the 2 open world bosses that you're going to need to farm, and so it makes a lot of sense that when you get started kind of finding a camp to be able to place either in the middle ground or wherever ultimately you want it to be will end up helping you out dramatically. Now, I do want to call out that while we were doing our farm on stream, the respawn time seemed actually quite long for these 2 bosses. So you might have a different experience. So what I ultimately recommend is kind of pairing these fights up along with something from like your activities, if you need to run some expeditions or if you need to just farm anything here in the open world, working on your season pass, because the season pass at level 80 has the Phoenix artifact, and that's going to be, I think, highly important. So just figure out something to kind of maximize that time with. You can always go farm some more open world bosses as well, and stay tuned to the channel for more guides on that. Now first I want to walk you through the boss for the winged leather shoes named Helentinarus. Hopefully I'm not butchering that. There are a little bit of mechanics that are associated with this boss, and you can see right at the start there will be fire on the ground. You do not want to stand in that fire, and that will be the death of you. Now we were able to do this as a duo, but you can also solo this, because I've also soloed this boss before. It just is going to take a little bit of time. So if you end up getting a group together, it's going to be a pretty quick clear. But the mechanics that you want to be aware of outside of just the normal standard attacks, occasionally you're going to see the little fireballs floating around, and what you want to do is you actually want to go touch these fireballs to disperse them. If you let them linger too far, they're going to set the ground ablaze, and it's not going to work well in your favor. So just pay close attention to where these are going, and you don't have to get all of them. You just need to make sure that you're positioned in a place where you can attack the boss and that there isn't fire just burning on the field. If you go down, especially as a duo, it can be really hard to get the other player back up. For the next artifact, the Quickdraw gloves, this is going to drop from mmorpg in the blue area. Obviously, we just dealt with the fire boss. Here we are with an ice boss, and you can see that there are various different ice structures that are being placed on the ground. Obviously, that's going to create some danger and some additional damage to yourself, but I didn't find that it was absolutely critical to get out of the way. If you're low on life, or if you're coming here a little bit under geared, maybe you're going to want to make sure you pay close attention to how the ground lights up with the blue circles, and avoid those with all prejudice. But this, as I felt like, was the easier of the 2 boss fights and presented the least amount of difficulty as compared to the first one. But if you farm these 2 artifacts and these 2 bosses, you're eventually going to get the drop. There is a little bit of level of mercy rule with artifacts drops, even though we don't know what that number looks like right now at the time of this recording. However, there's going to be more artifact guides here for you for New World here on the channel. So thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you got something good out of this video. If you feel like it earns it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully you check out some other videos, and hopefully I'll see you next time. But until then, take care.